Another 2 weeks, another 2 more episodes of my favorite TV show. I'm really looking forward to seeing more of this Wookiee Jedi Master. I mean, a Wookiee Jedi Master is not something I've seen before. Could be an interesting challenge to make a story out of a character like this. I hope they don't just kill him off all of a sudden. Oh, I should point out, he's clearly done some research on the mark May carries. I'm sure this will come up later. And now we return to Coruscant to see some Padawans swing some sticks. Osa, who was watching, has a conversation with...
I don't even know who you are.
Thank you. For what? For helping me find my sister. I may never have known for certain May was alive, and thanks to you, I've seen her with my own eyes. Don't tell me you'll miss me.
Oh, just beautiful interaction between these two powerful female characters. You may be saying to yourself, nah bro, this is messed up. They're having a scene where Osa thanks this person for everything she's done. Why is this a conversation happening with her over Master Soul?
Did you say goodbye to him? I've caused him enough trouble.
Listen, don't think for yourself. Just let the writers manipulate, tell you what to think. Sure, Master Soul is the one who led the investigation, if we can even call it that. He's the one who saved Osa from being put on trial for a crime she did not commit. He had the most impact when it came to Osa being able to see her sister again, while this Padawan was going to put Osa in handcuffs, and they barely got to know each other at all. Later on, Osa is walking out. She was about to leave without telling him goodbye or thanks. Oh yeah, I should clarify why she's saying goodbye. Apparently, she doesn't want to be part of any plan to apprehend her own sister. And you know what? That's okay. If I had a sister who I thought was dead for 16 years and they just turned up out of nowhere, I too would just disappear and not even try to find them, even though I saw them yesterday. This makes perfect sense. And now we get to spend time with everyone's other favorite female character, May. Well, kind of. They just talk about how May made a deal with the Edgelord and it's somehow related to Osa. Then they just walk out into the forest and I guess we'll see more of them later. Look, here's some Jedi finally talking about the May situation. Anyway, all these Jedi are discussing the situation. They're very impressed with May, who managed to elude Master Soul and kill 2 Jedi Masters. Hey, I don't want to hear anyone laughing. May's great. She totally earned her kills and her escape, okay?
You think a Jedi taught her?
Even a hologram can tell me that.
I don't know how she and she alone just came to that conclusion without any explanation.
We must alert the High Council.
That's a good idea, Not Mundy. I knew this guy wasn't a psycho who wanted to keep this a secret for like 100 years.
A scandal like this would inspire fear and mistrust.
We should handle this ourselves.
Wait, but this is based off an assumption. Wait, everyone is agreeing to this with so little information. How are they even going to cover up the death of 2 Jedi Masters? Surely there's some good Samaritan Jedi within the Council or the High Council that would look into that, or at least want more information. I can buy that the Jedi take politics into the equation, but they're not stupid. You could also not tell them your bullshit assumption and just let them know a possible Sith incursion is on the way and that they should prepare accordingly, since this is something that hasn't happened in a millennium. Master Soul and Green Person are having a reasonable heated discussion. She had no idea what happened on Brendok. You'd think now would be the time for Soul to fill her in, as well as the audience, on what the hell happened. But we gotta keep that carrot firmly placed on that stick, because that's just great storytelling, you know? When the interest is all on one single event or one unknown badass, as opposed to just all of the above, like the world building or just wanting to see good characters on screen. Simple times back then.
I fear May is only a small part of her master's larger plan. A plan that is difficult to see.
You'd think this would be even more of a reason to let the entire Jedi Council know about the situation. But why is she not doing this? One word: politics. Why get the High Council or the Republic involved in this? Because people might get scared, and that's all you need to know. Regardless, Master Soul convinces Green Lady to let him lead a bigger team to capture May because he's been doing such a good job so far, so it only makes sense. We're back to May and dude, I'm sorry, I don't remember his name. They talk more vaguely about the Edgelord. They just don't know who he is.
Can't believe my sister's Jedi scum.
She seemed really fond of that one Jedi Master. What was his name again? Anyways, let's get going.
Man, she really does not like the Jedi. I mean, it would be crazy if all of a sudden she did a 180 and chose to abandon her goal to kill Jedi. I mean, that would be crazy. I don't even know what to make of her comments about her sister considering what happened. Master Soul finds Osa and he tells her she needs to come with him in order to save May. Osa refuses, but then Soul tells her that May might still have some good in her and that she's part of her family. And that's enough for Osa to change her mind and go after May again. Dude, I think this is like the second time she's changed her mind over the course of 10 minutes. But guys, listen, I really don't have the willpower to go through the next 10 minutes because nothing happens. It's basically Osa's team and May going through the forest to see who gets to the Wookiee Jedi first. Most, if not all, the dialogue put me to sleep since all the characters have as much depth to them as a wooden plank. Although, at least this guy seems like he's trying to express some level of humanity. We also had some jokes.
Any questions?
No, very comprehensive briefing, Yord.
But yeah, all you need to know is Osa is starting to reattune with the Force. Don't ask how any of this works. She touches a big roly-poly like a 6-year-old. Turns out it was a horrible creature that Soul easily kills, and they very quickly assume it's drawn to light. Sure, I guess. And then she starts talking about how she is starting to sense things. Good for you, I guess. After running through the forest for a while, May needs a break. I like that this dude is trying to be somewhat of a friend to May, and I would argue he's been trying to do that since we first saw him.
I want this more than anything, but it's impossible. And if I don't do it, they'll kill me. You don't even care.
Damn, what a bitch. I'm starting to find May to be more insufferable as time goes on. He even goes out to get some water for her, and when he hears her screaming, he rushes to find her. He seems like a decent person despite being part of the Sith. I honestly don't know what to think about him. Dude, imagine if he's actually the Edgelord in disguise. That would be so funny, because that would mean he should be in jail right now, like if the Jedi were competent. This guy admitted to poisoning a Jedi. That's like if I admit to poisoning a senator of the US. You'd absolutely throw my ass in jail, if not interrogate me on the spot, but the Jedi don't do that. Anyway, it was all a ruse set up by May, and this was a trap.
I don't need to do this anymore. I don't need to kill a Jedi without a weapon. I don't need to keep this deal.
Wait, what? Excuse me? Wait, what's happening right now?
Osha being alive changes everything. My loyalty is to Osha, not your master. What I'm going to do is surrender myself to Kelnaka and then turn myself into the Jedi.
What just happened? Hold on, we gotta pause right now. So, we have a May. She was raised by a cult of witches who hate the Jedi, and that was an opinion she inherited from them. She has a twin sister who she continued to despise as time went on, to where she tried to kill her. So basically, we have someone who hates Jedi as well as her own sister. Then we have this completely unknown variable here, which is the calling of the witches that we still haven't seen. We fast forward 16 years later, where May is killing Jedi Masters. It is expressed multiple times that she is angry at them. She does not like the Jedi.
Jedi do not attack the unarmed.
Yes, you do. The Jedi justify their galactic dominance in the name of peace. And peace
Is a lie, I know.
Confess your crime to the Jedi Council or receive the forgiveness you seek right here, right now, from me.
Her emotions guide her every choice in combat.
And now here we are in episode 4, where May has expressed her loyalty to Osa. I have no idea where this came from, but I don't know, maybe she felt bad. Maybe she felt bad about what she did to Osa. It would be nice if we had more to work with, because all we have is May looking to find her sister at the tree at the end of episode 3.
Osha.
But now she no longer wants to continue her goal of killing Jedi, or at least these people in particular. Instead, she will turn herself in, believing she won't be sent to prison despite killing 2 Jedi Masters, as well as endangering a couple innocent lives. You know, she did try to kill the bartender, in case you forgot. So, what the hell? Character motivations, I mean, what are those? Apparently I don't know. How does this help the narrative the writers were trying to weave that the Jedi are bad people? May was the main link to that narrative, but this complete shift in May goes against that. Like, what is happening? This one thing they haven't shown us has so much ground to cover. I'm convinced it won't be a good answer as to why these things are happening. Oh my god. Anyway, May leaves the guy dangling while she goes to find the Wookiee Jedi to turn herself in, but she stumbles into the gerbil that the Jedi were using to track down the Wookiee. Look, I just expected them to do something with these Jedi Masters, but apparently not. They just keep dying. So what happens next is, it's pretty straightforward. The Jedi show up telling May to come out with her hands up. The Edgelord himself finally shows up, revealing himself to all the Jedi, and dude, look at that helmet. This guy is so edgy, holy shit. So I was told this was the boring episode, like nothing really happened and had a stupid cliffhanger. I don't know about that. There were some funny things that happened that were definitely worth talking about. Like, the only boring part was the midpoint that felt unengaging. Like, there's just nothing really here to get attached to. The character work being non-existent is one thing. Tie that with a sloppily put together story, like, it doesn't help. Doesn't help when they break the consistency of Star Wars by having a character be in the room when he should not be in the room. But you know what? We still have 4 episodes left. A lot can happen. We're finally getting into the main hook. The dude with the red saber is here. Like, oh my god, guys, I can't wait. Maybe there's a chance they can salvage this. I don't know. Yes, finally, the real protagonist is here. Look, the Jedi don't seem bad or evil to me. The reason I'm happy to see this dude kill them is because they're a bunch of idiots. Like, I don't care if they die. And the fight itself is okay. This is one of those rare cases where I just enjoyed the scene. I mean, I still have issues, like this guy's armor can disable a lightsaber, which is really cool, but some of the Jedi just stand there, not using the other powerful tool they have called the Force to try and help. They twiddle with their sabers, just letting Yord 1v1 the guy, and the Edgelord chooses to not finish off Yord when he has the chance.
Osha, run!
He's about to kill Osa, but Sol, who wasn't around, I guess chose to show up now and save her life, and he tells her to leave and then uses the Force to make his point much more clearer.
Master Sol, you don't remember me.
I sense something familiar. You carry a Jedi weapon, but you are no Jedi.
Guys, honestly, screw Osa and May. I want to know more about these guys. I know these 2 girls are the main characters, but I don't care about them. They suck. Osa is a boring character, and May, who is equally as boring, is also no longer understandable. Like, I've given up. I'm being serious. We cut to May and Padawan having a fight, and the fight itself is okay. I like that Padawan is actively trying to handcuff her while making it clear she has to go to jail.
You're under arrest for the murder of Master Andara, the murder of Master Tobin, the murder of Master Kelnaka, the fire that killed your family.
They establish May has the ability to block the Force, or the thread, I don't know, but she doesn't do that against Padawan. You would think the Jedi would know how to block as well, but the Force kind of just works whenever they want it to work, I guess. But I thought it was so weird that May, who said she was gonna turn herself in, and here she is not trying to talk to Padawan and is actively trying to kill her. So I have no idea what the hell she wants anymore. She's lost her mind. Not like she had one anyway. Master Soul gets his ass whooped and the guy just disappears like he's Batman. Osa and Yord, who have been running away to the ship, talk about what happened. Apparently, the Edgelord has a power similar to Osa's mother, which is the ability to get into people's heads. Padawan handcuffs May, but the Edgelord shows up to try and kill her now.
May, you can learn from this Padawan. She's a loyal pupil.
So the Edgelord sees May run off, and instead of killing off Padawan after he broke one of her lightsabers, he just vanishes. I can understand how Master Soul lost sight of him when his face was literally in the dirt for a good bit, but all she did was look at her lightsaber and then looked up and then he vanished. Like, what?
Turn off your saber. The light attracts them.
Attracts what?
When the Edgelord catches up to May, he scolds her a bit before freeing her from the handcuffs, but then decides to try and kill her right after. But thankfully, Padawan and Soul show up just in time to save her life and try to gank his ass. May runs away again, and I don't know what this guy's deal is. Like, he breaks off to try and kill her. I understand he wants her dead, but he just turned his back on a Jedi Master and his Padawan, who for some reason don't just use the Force to yank his dumbass back like they did before. So yeah, Osa decides to head back and lures the roly-poly monsters to her. Yord, of course, goes along with her instead of stopping her like he said he would, and we cut to Soul and Padawan ganking this guy. The Edgelord disables Soul's lightsaber, so Master Soul throws some hands instead. Then he just lets his Padawan engage in a 1v1 against him. Damn, that was clean. Yo, good shit, man. Honestly, deserved when you telegraph your attack while screaming at your enemy. I don't care what anybody says. This is the real protagonist of the show. The moment he started killing off these fools, I'm all in on this guy. What's your name? Oh. Yeah, I'm not surprised. It made the most sense. But plot-wise, this is bullshit. All the Jedi had to do was activate whatever brain cells they had and take this dude into custody, but they didn't. And yet someone may wonder why I don't care if the Jedi get slaughtered when they're this dumb. May shows up and she refuses to use block and lets herself get captured.
Why risk discovery?
Well, I did wear a mask.
Alright, I'm sold. Listen, the story has been so bad up to this point that I'll take literally anyone that has some kind of personality to them. So far, this guy is the only one, but of course, that doesn't mean he's perfect. I still don't get what the point was of having May openly fight Jedi without weapons. When this dude rolls up killing multiple Jedi with a lightsaber, it feels really stupid, but I'd be fine to just assume he was trolling the whole time.
I want a pupil, an acolyte.
Oh, he may have been serious about that. I mean, at least most of his dialogue has been okay, but basically he wants the ability to do whatever he wants with his powers. He doesn't like the Jedi because they don't allow people like him to use the Force for... I don't know, he didn't specify. I'd need to know more about what he means because that sounds pretty evil. Considering he's going out of his way to kill Jedi, he is still the bad guy in this scenario. Damn, dude, another character I did not care about just died. Yo, good job, man. Osa sees May running off and shoots her with a stun gun. Master Soul is really upset that Yord just got owned and throws hands with him. He actually does win, but Osa tells him to stop just before he kills him. The Edgelord tells Osa that Soul has a darkness in him before Soul eases up and he lets him go.
The Jedi do not attack the unarmed.
Yeah, but you can knock him out. You know, you don't have to do anything crazy. Why are you letting him stand up? Why let him get his lightsaber back? What is wrong with you people? Why are you making it so hard to care about you when you die?
I love you,
Honestly, what a dumb way to end this fight. Like, really using the roly-polies to carry him off like he's a cartoon villain? I know he's not dead, it's Star Wars. Unless you see their lifeless corpse on the ground, they'll be back. But then May shows up stunning Master Soul, and my eyes slowly begin to glaze over as we are now back to having these two weirdos take center stage again. We've been over this already. May is a psycho. I don't know what she wants anymore as a character. It changes every goddamn minute. Now she loves Osa but still believes what she did to the Jedi is just. And when Osa tells her that she's a bad person who killed her family, I could feel my fist clenching because I'm so sick of this shit. Now is the time for May to tell her the truth, as well as telling the audience what happened, but instead she remains cryptic because she's a psycho. I've been saying this ever since episode 1. Honestly, points for Osa for recognizing May needs to be put in a straitjacket, and she does try to take her in.
You never could block.
Yeah, but apparently neither can you. I was kind of hoping she was dead. That would have been so funny. May decides to impersonate her sister. I'm not sure how that's gonna work with that mark on her forehead, but her disguise works and she is able to fool Soul and get on the ship to leave. And I guess she doesn't care about her sister again because she took all her shit and left her to die. And I'm pretty sure the gerbil who somehow survived this whole mess will be the one to reveal May as a fraud. So, I think it's safe to say that was the best episode they've done. That doesn't mean it's good, it just means it wasn't as bad as the last 4. It really is a shame because despite the issues this episode had, I appreciated some of the fighting that took place. If only it was backed up with like a better story and much better characters. It's crazy that now they finally have a character I would like to know more about. And all he had to do was have decent dialogue on top of just killing the characters I was bored with. It's crazy, but I kind of want to see what happens between him and Osa. But as much as I'm starting to like the man with the teeth helmet, I can easily see them ruining him later on, but we'll see what happens. We got 3 more episodes of this shit left, guys. I can't wait. It's gonna be so fun. Did I mention I hate May, by the way? Because I freaking hate this character, dude. I hope the Edgelord decapitates her in the finale. I'll give it a 10 out of 10 if they do that.